Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching the channel, of course. Today's video is all about Tan Hill, which of course is the highest pub in the UK, right there up on the Yorkshire Dales. Absolutely beautiful venue. So that's what today's trip is all about. So enjoy the sights, enjoy the scenery. I must admit, we certainly did. Well, today's visit, we're in a beautiful place. We're at the Tan Hill pub, which is the highest pub in England or the UK. I don't know. I think it's certainly England anyway, which is on the Yorkshire moors. So we're here for 2 nights. We parked there just outside the car park, just a little bit down the road. So that's where we are today. I'll turn the camera around and show you the other side. So that's where we are. That's the Tan Hill Inn. And just look at the absolutely brilliant views. We're going to go on a few walks today. We had a meal in the pub last night. I was so busy, it was really difficult to film. And what I don't really want to do is put cameras in places where people are eating and stuff like that. I like the vlogs, but I don't really think it's appropriate. I particularly wouldn't like it, so I don't mind filming inside if it's reasonably quiet, just to give a feel of the place. But some vans parked on the other side, on the top of the hill there. There's a little dome. You can go to the dome, I suppose, in great weather. And then if you go right the way down that side, some great scenery. So that's where we are for a couple of days. So you might be able to see Lynn in the van there, sitting in the front, having a little chillax, etc, etc. So, yep, that's where we are today. So we'll walk down and get a little bit of a film of the venue. Well, a slight change of plan today. Originally we were going to cover the Tan Hill pub, the inside, the outside, etc. We had a beautiful meal last night. I must admit, I had a steak, probably the best steak I have ever tasted in my life. Absolutely delicious. Really busy inside, which is absolutely fine. Expected. It's a weekend. It's the middle of summer. The sun is shining beautifully. Loads of bikers obviously enjoying the drive up and down, etc, etc. And I thought, getting a camera out where there's people all around you eating, I particularly wouldn't like it myself. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So I didn't take any footage of the inside. And I thought to myself, what could I do then? You can't do a video without the inside. And I thought, well, I'll change it. Looking at all the other videos on Tan Hill, and I must admit, I do enjoy watching some of them. The food's great, loads of footage inside, check out another one. And I thought, nobody doesn't really concentrate on the outside, the views, the walks and the drive, etc, etc. So I thought, well, that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to basically, show you all the views. So enjoy the video, check out the views. This is where all the vehicles. The disadvantage, as I say, of parking down here. We've spoken to a couple of people. They've said they've started off down here and they moved down the road purely because when you wake up here, all you see is a van next to you. There's the actual Tan Hill Inn. And the food yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. I had a beautiful steak. I do like my steak, to be fair. And there was a band on last night, but wasn't really going to go in. It was absolutely rammed. So we stayed in the van enjoying the scenery. So people park all the way along here. And even really right down to the top of the hill there. Again, that's a great park up there. So yeah. If you go down this space here, that's the entrance to the pub there. There's another car park here. A lot of bikers. So what a great place to bike. So there we are. Taking it to the car park now, where these bikes get out of the way. And on the other side here, which I'll show you, there's a camping area. on the other side there. What a great place to park there, up on the hill there. And there's a field. You're camping. How cool is this? I bet this comes in handy in the winter months. I'm presuming that's some sort of to get past. I presume it works, I don't know, it's just there. Maybe somebody even stayed in there, to be fair. But there we are. So you can walk up to the top of the mound here. Yesterday when we arrived, it was really windy, which is why I couldn't really film too much, because obviously the sound of the wind, and it was blowing us all over the place. But today, it's calm. I've just got a t-shirt on. It's warm, and it's only 9:30 in the morning. So, with that in mind, we want to go on a nice little trek today with the dogs. So we turn around there, there's the the back of the pub. And then that's where we're parked down there. Some sheep, hopefully going to get in the van maybe. And then we go to the top here. Oh, look at that. It doesn't do it justice on the film. And again, that's the camp inside yesterday. I don't know why I said yesterday, but you know what I mean. That's the camp inside. And a lot of people etched little messages into the rock. There we are. Absolutely beautiful. Couple of sheep there enjoying the pastures. Hello. Oh, you're not human shy, are you? Oh yeah. Too busy eating, you're not bothered, are you? I won't try and stroke you. There you are. And a nice little lease, eh? A nice little lease there, yeah? That's it, you stay next to Mummy. Come on. So we're just going to go on a little walk. And what we've done today, some nice walks. We're going to stay here for a couple of hours. And then we've booked Richmond, I think it's Richmond campsite, which is about 20 minutes from here. So, yeah, a bit of a shower and stuff, and then, so that's it. I have no idea what we're going to come across walking down here, but if we come across anything interesting, I'm sure you'll be informed. There we are. Here we are. We've gone for a walk, about 200 yards. But we've found some little rocks. So we were just saying, it would be absolutely marvellous to have a little packed lunch here. You're just really here in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And it's just, you know, if you really wanted to just be on your own and just have a chill. Unfortunately, I've got Lynn with me, so I can't really have a chill. I've got the stress of this mad woman. Hey? So there's our van just down there, but absolutely beautiful scenery. And the weather's really nice. We're in a place called Richmond, which is where the Tan Hill Inn is. And we're just having a little walk there. And they obviously knew we were coming because they'd prepared this beautiful concrete road for us to walk through the wilderness. It's absolutely brilliant. Even the weather's nice to us today. The dog's under full control of Lynn there. But look at the scenery. Again, looking on the film, it probably doesn't do it justice. Absolutely gorgeous.
Look at the view, Kevin.
Yeah. The journey here was great as well. Obviously, we hit the motorway sort of towards sort of Penrith way, but then when we came across, I think it was the A65, it was just stunning. There we are.
Please keep dogs
Hang
under
on.
close control, preferably on a lead.
There we are. This is a ground.
Please use tracks and well-worn paths at this crucial time of the year.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
Goodness.
look.
You can see why. Again, look at the sheep.
Birds.
Ground nesting birds.
Oh, how lovely is that?
You're a bird. Maybe we should just leave you
Do a
here.
bit of nesting.
Do a bit of nesting for a few days. See what comes out. I'll just put a cross on the map where you were, and then we all know where to avoid. There we are. You can actually probably walk all the way down there.
Yeah,
but,
you can, but it's said...
no, we're not. Obviously, we're not because of the...
It's well-worn paths.
We'll
It's
keep
only
to the
just gone
path.
July, so.
There we are. Look at that. In the middle of nowhere. We're probably going to walk for about half an hour or so and just see where we're at. Now, there's this wall here. As to why it's here, I don't know. It's not shielding anything. On the other side, I'm wondering if there's a... Obviously, we haven't had much rain, etc.
Maybe it's...
That might be a little spring down there, I don't know. It goes all the way round.
Why it's here.
But so there we are. Well, again, I bet it's a really old wall. Look at this. That's sort of
Maybe it was a bridge at one point.
a couple of 100 years old, I would reckon, at least. Unless somebody started to build a castle and couldn't get any further, run out of bricks.
No, it's got a hole in it. Why has it got a hole in it?
I don't know. Somebody's probably pinched the bricks. So we've had a little climb. Obviously up the well-worn path. I was going to take the drone up. It's got some great footage for drones, but unfortunately it's a no-fly zone because we're quite high. So obviously I don't want to get a big fine and risk losing my drone, so we're not going to be doing any footage, which is sort of like, it makes sense because in hindsight, when I've watched vlogs on the Tan Hill, none of them have had a drone up, and I'm sure if you were able to, somebody would have done. But yeah, we're just walking into the absolutely stunning, isn't it? What's great about this little walk that we're just sort of doing, everywhere you go are little rocks. Obviously they weren't built for seats, but you can just go and sit on the rocks and enjoy the wonderful scenery. This used to be, this area used to be a mining place, so obviously it's disused now, it's well gone. But the actual Tan Hill pub where we were at is...
Are we still in the National Park?
I don't... yeah, so I don't know what all this is, but it makes great seats. I don't know whether you can see it, but in the distance there where the camper van's driving, that's the road we came in on, which no doubt we'll be going back out to. What a great drive-in. So if you wanted to have a feeling of what it's like to be in the absolute middle of nowhere, this is it. This is absolutely paradise. Absolutely wonderful. I bet it's not too pleasant in the winter though, with the snow. But of course, as everybody I'm sure are aware, the Tan Hill pub is the pub where a couple of years ago they had some big major snow, and everybody was stuck in the pub for 3 days. Whoa, that was a horrible experience for them, wasn't it? But at the same time, I bet it cost them an absolute fortune. But just look at the scene. If I just whiz round there, looking behind the scene there, we love going to Scotland, if your vloggers know, and this is just as good view-wise, because look at the scenery completely behind there. Absolutely the best scenery ever. I'll put the camera around. Lynn's had a sit down. She can't keep up with me. With the dogs. Don't jump, Lynn. It's not worth it. You got loads to live for. I said, don't jump. You've got loads to live for. Look at that. If you wanted to know what heaven was like, look behind me. This is heaven. And if I spin it round, there, everywhere you look is absolute. It's breathtaking. I've not used that word before, breathtaking. I use stunning a lot, but not breathtaking. Even the dogs are taking in the scenery. Down there, yeah, there's Lynn there. If I lower the camera, yeah, Lynn thinks it's her, but you all know the score, don't you? So there we are. I think that's the end of our walk today. It's just absolutely one of the best walks we've ever had, to be fair, and that includes all of Scotland. We had some great walks in Scotland. Knock and Crag was always my favourite, but this is right up there with it. So, after 24 hours at Tanhill, great, we thought, let's have a look at any campsites nearby. We'll go and have a little scout around. Now, my fault, I thought Tanhill, when you look at the Facebook, it's Richmond. I thought, that's fine, it's in Richmond, that's fine. No problem at all. Found a campsite, 5 minutes from Richmond. I thought, brilliant, I'll book that one. Then, booked and paid for the campsite, put the address in as a sat-nav, 55-minute journey. Tanhill isn't in Richmond. So, but on a positive note, we wouldn't have found the journey we found without booking in the wrong place, so to speak. So we went to Millfield campsite, which was in Richmond, which is about 50 minutes away. But the drive was sensational. There's some nice footage, and rather than commentate throughout the drive, because I didn't really know where I was, I'll just put some music in and let you enjoy the scenery that we enjoyed. It doesn't come across in film as good as it is in person, but what a beautiful place. Now, if anybody's ever thinking of going to Tanhill and didn't really want to stay in the pub, it wouldn't be a problem, because basically, obviously you can stay in the car park, that's for the pub users. If for any reason you wanted to pay £10, you can, because that's all donated to the Air Ambulance charity. So it's not a profitable thing, so it's all for a good cause. You can basically just park up literally 100 miles away. There's plenty of room on the side of the roads, etc. As it was, for us, the car park was busy, so that's what we did do. And it was literally a 100 yards walk. So if you wanted to go just to enjoy the scenery, take yourself a packed lunch, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely wonderful. You will enjoy it. We will definitely go back again. So there we are. So that was our journey for today. So hopefully you will enjoyed. If you'd like to subscribe, follow, comment, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow. Any comments that are made, I will answer them. Or if you've got any suggestions of where we may not want to go, please. Where have you been? Where's the site that you've been? Where it took us about 2.25 hours to get to. Not the end of the world. But what's your favourite site where you've been for a night or so? So there we are, Tan Hill. This time, I have no idea where we're going to end up next week. We'll think about that on the time. So thanks for watching, guys. Ciao.